Hey guys, Draytos here. Welcome back to another video. So today I did some trades. It was a no news Monday. I think it's like later in the week. So no news Monday, but it is a high impact news. So I did come in with a little bit of caution. Yeah, I maintained that caution. We'll talk about that. But so all in all, my it is currently March 31st, my last trading day for the month. So this means, end of this month. Now, let's look at January, up 2.25%, win rate of 16.67%. Okay, now let's look at February, down 12.68%, win rate of 14.81%. This month is significantly better, up 5.01% with a win rate of 39.3%. I had a total of 17 losses and 11 wins this month. So, I mean, that's not terrible. That's 28 trades this month. I think that's the least amount of trades I've taken. So I am very happy with that. Um, have I made my mistakes this month? Of course. Did I learn from those? For the most part. Have I made those same mistakes multiple times? Of course. But, I'm learning from them. I think they would definitely hurt more had I been on a live account or a funded account. But I'm glad I'm learning these things now, and I'm glad I've developed attachments just to this paper trading money wise, so I can learn to detach myself from it. So we'll kind of go ahead and talk about today before we move on. So break even day, took 4 trades, 3 losses, 1 win. Um, I don't really have a lot to say. We'll just say so. We took 3 trades on XPX and 1 trade on gold. Uh, First trade was on SPX over a bias as shorts. That is true. I'll go over it. Price decided to flip bullish. I will admit this is the loss that I am proud to take because my bias said shorts. Everything said shorts. We had been shorts even since last night. I had a clear break of structure. I had for value gap retracements, and I said, okay, well, I think we're going shorts. So that's exactly what we did, and I was wrong, uh, and I'm okay with that because I was trading with the trend, and the trend decided to flip, and that is okay. That's the only win that I'm willing to eat and take, and I'm glad I lost it just because of that. Now the other 2 trades that I lost, one was right here on this one. Second trade was also on SPX. Had a clear entry in mind, but I got fear of missing out and thought price would run without me. Put a T here. Thought price would run without me, so I entered only for price to stop me out where I would have entered in the first place. Right down here, I'll go over that. Third trade on SPX was roughly the same entry as the second one, as you can see, but I entered off a low time frame consolidation winner trade. Lastly, I took the last trade on gold. Honestly, fear of missing out again. I've been kind of staying away from gold because of the crappy price action really a couple weeks, and or last week. Saw price was moving pretty good today. We're still in that third SPX trade and didn't want to risk closing negative P&L for the day, so I entered, ignored my entry strategy only for price to stop me out, consolidate, and run the TP. Right, I didn't close any of my positions early, even when I saw that they were losing trades. I was kind of like, I kind of got like the risk management FOMO part, I guess, down about, or not FOMO, just like fear of the market stopping me out over with. Like, I'm not scared for price to hit TP anymore. Oh, hold on, let me add something. Well, I got FOMO, too many trades, bad entries, should have been more patient. And went over my 2% risk per day. And so, yeah, I risked 1% on each of these trades. So I risked 4% today. I made it all. I came out of break even. I'm very happy about that. But I need to keep learning from these because, like this, honestly, right here, this. I mean, I'm glad. I mean, I'm not glad I took this trade. I think on this I could have been a bit more patient because this liquidity sweep right here was at like 8:40 in the morning. I don't have school this week because of spring break, so that's why I was trading. But I guess I could have waited for a few more conferences than just a. I mean, this was not really a great liquidity sweep. It didn't really feel any bearish imbalances or anything, and I just had a break of structure. I don't know. It could have, and I didn't realize this high time frame for value gap. I didn't have this marked out at the time. It's on me. I could have been more patient with it, but I'm glad that I only lost this because of a higher time frame flip. Um, this I'm also very okay with this. Kind of. Did I have a bad entry? Yes. Did I get another entry opportunity and actually that was actually a winner trade? Yes, and I'm fortunate for it. This one, mm, we'll go over that. So we'll go over this. So there's a big, I think, Owly. Is this Owly for value gap? I think so. Yeah, it's an Owly for value gap. So this one right here, uh, I didn't have an order block marked out or anything, of course, but yeah, liquidity sweep, filled an imbalance, was wrong. Waited a good bit longer. Didn't take this next trade till like 2 hours later. Ooh. Um, Mainly because this was kind of fear. I could have caught much better entries, but this was kind of fear. I was like, oh, I mean, this is a pretty good break of structure. We retrace, boom, we come right back up. This one was where I was kind of like, oh, I think we're definitely in an uptrend now. But I did have a little bit of fear of the markets per se, and I did not enter it up here. I entered whenever price was consolidating in this 5 minute bearish fair value gap. Um, and honestly, just a not good entry. Well, hold on, let me go back here. I think entry wise, I was looking for something right like here in this imbalance in this fair value gap right here. Now, I know it's a small fair value gap, but honestly, doesn't really matter the size of the fair value gap. The fact that it's a fair value gap is what matters. Was it kind of disrespected a little? Yeah. Extremely disrespected? No. Um, I would still call it, a respected fair value gap. Well, honestly, it's an inverse right here. Hold on. This might be better. And this is where I learn things from, kind of just marking things out even after the trades. I have a more clear head and, I haven't been on the charts for a few hours. Inverse for value gap. Decided to fill it. Okay. Now, let's talk about what happened here. So, I got stopped out and I was like, dang, okay, and now I'm down 2% for the day. That's another thing I did wrong. Is like, I kind of started thinking about, oh no, I'm down 2%, yada, yada, yada. Honestly, my rule said I should have closed the charts here. I knew I could have caught better trades. Both of these trades were completely on me. I could have de-risked. I could have done anything. But, I didn't. Oh well. It did work out for me today, but it won't always be like that. So price filled this and this fair value gap, this inverse fair value gap, and then kind of came up and broke structure here, and then Something else that I've been doing is I've been watching, more TDR videos and stuff. I'm about to start his trading transformations playlist and stuff, but I was watching a video that he uploaded around the same time as his Bootcamp 2.0, and it was talking about his quote unquote, my new trading strategy. Now, honestly, that's just clickbait. He said it in the video. It's still the same strategy. He kind of added uh, a more effective way to do. I mean, looking at the higher time frames to establish a bias, like daily and 4 hour time frames, to keep the big picture in mind, which is something he's kind of always done, but he really started emphasizing it more lately. At that time, this was like a year ago when he uploaded it. But something else he's been marking out lately is areas of accumulation, and I did keep this in mind. Um, so this right here is an area of accumulation. As you can see, price returned to it very many times. Returned to it not one time, not two times, not three times, but four times. It returned to it, and I think I did make a thing for it. Area of accumulation. Yeah. So I did make a thing for it. Um, Returned to this, 5 minute fair value gap many times. Yada yada yada. I'm pretty happy with this trade. Price was a little weird today. Decided to, I don't know, just be weird for some whatever reason. I did see this, but I wasn't really worried per se because overall bias was saying bullish after all of this, and it's like, okay, well, boom. This is a high time frame consolidation period, and I knew that considering this was risky too, I guess. I should have put it down here, but I just put it at these highs, and obviously I lucked out. This was a higher time frame bearish accumulation zone. We'll get rid of that. And then price decided to run to TP, so I entered this around 11:20 and got out of it around 1:10. So I was in the trade for roughly 2 hours. Not terrible. Not even 2 hours. So not terrible, but whatever. Sometimes it just takes that. I'm not sure what I did. I think I went to the gym around this time. I'm not sure. But basically, I was looking at price right about here, I think, and I was kind of getting scared per se. Or yeah, scared. It's the best way to put it. Scared of a closing and a negative P&L for the day. And let's talk about this trade. So I mean, I I did establish a correct bias. Okay, so that's the good part, I guess. Okay, what's going on here? There we go. So I did establish a correct bias for the day. As you can see, since we were in a pretty big area of accumulation here, and then boom, was this market open? Yeah, market open, big liquidity sweep. We swept all this liquidity. Um, as ICT would put it, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Um, it's kind of valid. I mean, I don't really trade off of that specifically, but I do recognize those, and I do kind of look for those. Trying to see. Hey, there were no fair, I guess. Huh. I don't know. I guess Price just wanted to sweep liquidity. That's the really only building block I'm seeing. But anyways, Price swept liquidity, came up, took buy side, was retracing down and coming back up. Again, I did see this this bearish fair value gap. Didn't really think much of it because trend. I mean, the trend has been upward. Late. Something else I've also noticed lately is I always try to pretty much time the markets per se when they flip bearish and bullish, and that's when I have a lot of those trades that go a little bit into my take profit and then just stops me out immediately. That is something I noticed from my journaling. Thank God for journaling. And it's just something where I'm kind of like, you know what? just stop. If the trend is saying bullish, even if I think it may go bearish, right? Like if higher highs, higher lows, we're still targeting buy side liquidity, but there's an extremely high time frame uh, bearish for value gap still above or like at that buy side liquidity. Don't try and trade it. Just trade until that buy side liquidity, and if market decides to flip and stop me out, that's completely okay, because that's the only trade that I want to lose, right? I mean, it sucks to lose trades because you got FOMO. It sucks to lose trades because you had a bad stop loss. It sucks to lose trades because you had a bad entry. It sucks to lose trades because you got too greedy with your take profit. The best trades to take are the ones that are like, okay, I was trading with the trend. I was trading with a bullish trend. Trend decided to flip bearish, stopped me out. Okay, now I guess we're gonna be trading with a bearish trend. That's okay. And that's something I'm trying to like implement in myself, to accept those kind of losses. Now let's kind of talk about this right here. Um, no liquidity sweep. Boom, high, 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 low, high, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Retracement. Did not sweep this. We just filled this imbalance, I guess. I think it was it was equilibrium. Price came up, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're gonna target these highs. Now, I saw there's a little bit of consolidation. Could have had a better entry. I'll be completely honest. Could have had a way better entry. Ideally, I'm trying to see what price did here. Yeah. So we retraced into these fair value gaps. Is there a 15-minute one that's better? Yeah. Perfect. This was a perfect I didn't really look at the 15-minute time frame. And as you can see, that kind of screwed me. And yeah. Price obviously wicked this 15-minute fair value gap, so don't put your stops right below it. I've also learned that. I'd like to put my stops like here, roughly. Anyways, so, and plus there's no fair value gap. There's no fair value gap right here, so it would have been safe to put a stop loss right there. Got edged tremendously, but the much better trade would have been something like this one. Right here, stop loss here, take profits at these highs. I mean, I would have been in this trade for freaking ever, but it would have eventually. Let's see. That means I would have entered this trade. This is why I like limit orders trades. I would have entered this trade at precisely 12:20 p.m. and hit take profit at 7:45. In this trade for over 7 hours, which is insane. But sometimes that kind of takes that. And plus, I mean, this is a trade. As you can see, it's a 6R trade. I would be okay with this. If I saw that I could have this tight of a stop loss, right? I would have been completely. Well, I would have executed on this time frame. If I saw that I could have this tight of a stop loss, right here, and just target these highs, and still have a 2.3 or 3.8R trade, that's still really good. I mean, it looks dumb on a 5-minute time frame, it looks okay on a 5-minute time frame. On a 15-minute, it looks dumb, right? But this is, you guys in the past have seen me kind of trade higher time frames, 15 minutes time frame and 5-minute time frame. 5-minute time frames have always been pretty good trades. The 15-minute always kind of screwed me, because it's just, I think it's better to trade on the 1-minute and 5-minute, and I've been doing that this past month, and as you can see, it has paid off tremendously. Because look, 16% win rate, 14% win rate. Now this month, since I've kind of got my act together, 39% win rate. That is a tremendous increase. I'm literally freaking tripling last month's win rate. Wait, is that triple? Yeah, tripling. which is insane. And I mean, I'm very happy with it, obviously. But it didn't just come out of thin air. I've been reading I've been journaling and reading my journals, and honestly, I'd say one of the things that helped me out the most is actually making these videos. The fact that I make trade recaps every single day that I trade. And because I get to sit here and talk to you guys. I mean, my like one or two viewers right now, but I get to talk to you guys. But as I'm talking, I'm articulating and I'm understanding, and I'm just kind of like really understanding these, like what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I think that's why. I mean, I think I'm on a pretty advanced path, considering I started learning how to day trade at like midway through December, and then started actually trading on demos in January, and now here I am with a nearly 40% win rate. I've only had one non-profitable month. Like, yeah, I know it's paper trading, so I'm not saying that I have it all figured out, but I mean, compared to some of the other trading stories that I've heard on Instagram and stuff like that, I think I have it. I think I have it pretty locked down. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, yeah, of course, I'm not saying that I don't have things I can improve on, but what I am saying is that I believe that I am on an advanced path. Is there stuff I can work on? Of course, but from everything that I've been watching about profitable traders that who have become profitable and stuff, and it takes them like anywhere from 2 to 4 years. I would say I'm on track for those people who took 2 years or less to become profitable. And I mean, it's not. I mean, I'm not. It's not like I'm just sitting here and not really trying to learn and not learning from my mistakes and not journaling and stuff. It's obvious I'm trying. I mean, you guys can watch my videos from January and just see how much I've changed in my trading, right? And I'm very proud of myself for it. So, I mean, I don't really have much else to talk about tonight except for trading the rest of the week. So tomorrow, PMI that comes out at what time? 15 minutes in the market open and 30 minutes in the market open. Uh, I'm gonna de-risk tomorrow. Like if I do decide to take a trade, it's gonna be like a 0.25% risk. Um, trying to think. Yeah, it'll be like a 0.25% risk, which is a $25 risk. Um, hour and 15 minutes before market open, we have NFP. I'll probably trade Wednesday. I mean, I don't trade during non-farm informant, but considering it's that early, I might trade. Ooh, wow. Okay. Yeah, it's not looking like I probably won't trade Thursday. Oh, and I'm definitely not trading Friday. So it looks like the only days you guys might see me trading are tomorrow. Or sorry, maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, probably Wednesday. Maybe tomorrow, probably Wednesday. Definitely not Thursday and Friday. Besides, I work those days, so yeah, just less for me to do. All in all, you know, I think we'll kind of end it on me, cleaning these charts real quick, and then me doing what I've been doing the last couple months. First let's admire plus 501.26. We have my account history, all the trades. Um, I will go back to and look at this right here. This was one day of trade. Hold on, was this one day? Yeah, this was all one day of trading. Um, my worst day of the month. Made it all back. I'm never trading like that again. Like I said, I was on the bus coming home, and it just, yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. But I know not to trade like that again. But anyways, reset account to 10,000 USD, and boom, boom, boom. Reset. Alright. Now we have a clean account for the month. Make it easier to track P&L and everything, my trades and everything else. Alright guys, I guess we'll end off on this right here. My best win rate and my best up for the month and all that. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. I know it's kind of a longer video, but that's how my last few videos have been because I've been talking a lot because I'm a yapper. My apologies. But if you guys enjoyed tonight's video, please like and subscribe. And you guys want to see more, then like and subscribe. And if you guys have anything for me, please leave it in the comments. And go follow my Instagram if you want to keep track. I don't really have anything to post on there, but I do post on my story pretty regularly. Yeah. So hope you guys all have a good night. Happy No News Monday, and then I'll see you guys when I next see you. I'm not gonna say tomorrow, but all right. Good night, guys.